Hey everybody, so I am obviously in my car for the night, but I wanted to do a video because I had a new friend appear, I guess. I was outside and kept feeling energy and feeling it get more intense and closer, and it was big, very big. Now I'm staying in the area where Mike is at. Mike is the one Sasquatch, but he's further down the lake. He's by the water. I'm by I call it the lake, but it's all dried up, and he's down where the water is right now, a few miles away. At least he was last time I tapped into him. I'm not going to tap in right now. I just did. I had a beautiful, amazing this keyboard that I announced the other day. This pink keyboard is awesome. Um, I did a bunch of work in some channels just from my lap and my phone. It's so much easier not having to crane my neck and like bend and do all this stuff while I'm you know in my car. I'm 6'2". I can't sit up. Like I have to lay down to do this. So using the laptop gets complicated and kind of not the easiest, especially now it's broken. But that worked beautifully, and that's part of why I'm a little loopy, so to speak. I guess I was doing a lot of work, and uh, I'm outside before I come in and start working on the phone and the keyboard, and I feel that energy coming. And I'm like, there's a giant out there. I'm like, there's a giant out there. Holy crap, there's a giant out there. I haven't felt a giant in this area. I figured they probably exist, but I'm like, okay, I start looking around with my third eye, and I can see it in my mind, like in my mind's eye. And what I mean is, in my mind's eye, it's more in my head. In my third eye, I look around and I like see stuff, you know, outside of me. I can see it in my mind's eye, and it's watching me. And I'm like, okay, I can see like kind of how big it is. It shows me, and then it shows me the size of Mike because I'm like, how big are you compared to Mike? And I find out this giant knows Mike because they're from the area. That there's a doorway around here somewhere, and that they live under the earth. The giants that all the giants I've met and run into, they all come from inner earth. They all come from down below, but not Agartha, not like that type of inner earth. Most of them talk about caverns, talk about pockets of space that they live in. And so he comes up, and right behind my car, if you walk up into the woods, there's a clearing with some rocks and two trees, and it's very like circular. Two trees in the center, a bunch of rocks. He sits down up there, and I start talking to him telepathically. And he says his name's Samuel. He says, call him Samuel. I'm like, okay, Samuel. And what are you doing? And he's just doing his thing out walking around. And he saw me because I'm gridding light. And he's seen me since I've gridded light. There's several of them, like a family, I guess, that come out. And they've seen how strong the light is when I'm here. And so he saw that I decided to camp down here, farther down in the area that I'm at, closer to his area, I guess. And so he just came up and he sat and he was eating something. I don't know. He had like a bowl and he was like digging at it and eating it. And I was asking him about, is he from another dimension, another realm, another timeline? What am I seeing here? And he's like, more dimensional space. He's just in another dimensional space, basically another vibration. But he wanted to give everybody a message, and I tried to get the message, and let me see if I can repeat it properly. Um, and I can feel him. He's still out there. It's nighttime, but he's still out there. Um, Don't be afraid of the birds, the trees, the bees. Don't be afraid of the birds, the trees, and the bees. Be willing to touch them. Be willing to care for them. Be willing to see them. Be willing to find them. Be willing to go out and experience them. Remember that the animals are not meant to be feared, are not meant to be hurted, are not meant to be scared, are not meant to be tortured or harmed. And as he's saying this, he's showing him like images of him petting elk. He's not doing it now, but sending memories of him petting elk because he's bigger than the elk. Um, not to be harmed, not to be feared. We can all live at one with everything. We just have to decide to create that world where we live at one with everything: trees, birds, bees, even them, the giants, even the other beings, beings of the seas, they're saying. Um, my guides were giving me that piece. I think that's it. He's very happy. He's never had somebody, he's saying they've had people who touch the trees because I touched the tree and they were like, "Oh my God, you touched the trees." They've had people that touch the trees. They were listening to music. I was playing piano music. He's like, "What's that? What's that sound? It's very beautiful. It sounds like this thing that I heard called." I think he was thinking of Mozart or something. Um, but piano music. They've never had anybody really talk to them, but they are here in Arizona. I have seen giants in many places. Funny enough, I've been coming to this spot for 3 years now, and they're just now presenting. But in some of the other areas, they're very strongly, their vibration is very strongly known in some areas like the deserts and one of the mountain ranges, Prescott area. So if you're seeing giants in Arizona, trust it. It's real. I've had clients come to me and be like, "Yeah, I have giants coming to me." Like it's real, very, very real. Um, many different sizes, bigger than humans. He's big. I mean, he's 3/4 the size of these trees in Flagstaff. I don't know how big these trees get, but he's like 3/4 as tall as them. He's huge, not Sasquatch size, like huge, huge. Uh, so they're giants. They are real. They are out there, and they just wanted me to give that message because he's very happy and excited just to have the ability for somebody to translate some awareness of what he wants to have heard because he's never had that ability to be before and thinks it's the coolest thing that we have this little box that we can communicate on with and reach others across the planet and in other no it's not other dimensional spaces. Maybe I guess maybe. um, he's laughing and just very happy to be able to do this and talk to people. Talk to people. Well, there's a lot of happiness there. So I'm translating as obviously as it's coming through. Um, Let me know if you have any questions for him. Maybe I'll see if I can get some questions and see what he says, what comes through. But I wanted to he was like, "Can I share on the box?" And I'm like, "Sure, you can share on the box," type of thing. So love you all, grateful for each and every one of you.